Hi guys, today I want to try out a brand that I've never tried before, and I think I ended up looking on their site because of Angelica, which, I mean, she makes me buy all kinds of different stuff, so I'm not really surprised there. But the brand that I want to try out today is called Be Elegant, and the thing that really caught my eye with this brand was that they had this neon eyeshadow bundle, and it just made me super excited. So this little bundle costs $21.50, and that is for 7 pigments. So I mean, that's not too bad at all. I'm not really sure how much is in one of these. I can't imagine it being much. So I mean, really though, how often are you going to be using a neon eyeshadow? So I also ended up getting one of their lipsticks, and I also got one of their liquid eyeshadows. This is a green one, and I probably won't be able to use that on my eyes today since I'm using the pigments, but I'll give you a swatch of it. And it looks really, really pretty, so I'm excited to try that. I will definitely try this in one of my future videos so you guys can see it in action, because obviously I want to try it as well. So I think we should just get into the neon eyeshadows. Now, I have not worked with like loose pigments like this, like loose eyeshadows like this before that weren't glitters, so I'm just going to assume that I'm going to be applying them like I would regular eyeshadow. And just opening this, like, it is so pretty. Like, you can't even actually see like what the color looks like here. I hope that I'll be able to do a close-up or something. Wow, I'm going to take a picture of these and leave it up on the screen so you guys can see what I see, because these look absolutely amazing, but I can't really hold them up against the camera because everything's gonna fall out. And this thing has now completely dried. So it's definitely not as opaque as the Stila ones, but it's still got a nice little shimmer and sparkle to it. So I feel like today's eye look is going to be a little bit cray-cray because you've seen the colors. So we're gonna get straight into it. So I'm just gonna start by priming my eyes with my MAC paint pot. And I will definitely not be setting my primer today because, I mean, these are loose pigments, so I figured they are going to be a lot more powdery than a pressed eyeshadow would be. So I'm gonna start off first by going into this neon pink shade, and I'm going to put that into my crease. So I think I'm just going to dip my brush into the shadow, kind of tap it off a little bit, and then just pack it on. That's pretty neon. Whoa! I'm really enjoying this. That's incredible, wow. And now I'm just gonna start blending it out, bringing it in a little bit. I'm gonna try to pack on a little bit more, but I have a feeling that these are the kind of shadows that will just kind of blend away once you've set them down on your eyelid, that whatever is left over on top isn't going to stick very well, but we'll see. I could be wrong though. Definitely could be wrong. So, I mean, so far this is looking beautiful. Next up, I'm gonna dip into the purple, and I'm going to use that on a little flat concealer brush and just pack it onto my outer corners. And I'm hoping that this will stick onto my lids. So I'm first just making sure I'm packing it on before I go in and start blending. Going back to the other fluffy Morphe brush. Yeah, the shadow is definitely not as pigmented on top of already set powder, so I definitely do think that these shadows are going to perform much better on a sticky base, which, I mean, you can already kind of see. I don't know if it's just going to be this shadow or if it's all of them, but this really doesn't like cling on to anything. Like, you can see the amount of pigment I'm getting just by stamping it on, but as soon as I go in to start blending it, it's going to kind of just like woof away. So I definitely brought the shadow up a little bit too high here on this side, but oh well, what can you do? I guess we're getting more of a purple look than a pink look. So, I mean, you can see that this shade is really not like sitting very nicely on my eyelid. It's looking all kinds of patchy, so I don't think that these shadows are going to be good layered. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to remove this and then put on that pink eyeshadow again and we can kind of start over here because this is just not working for me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my crease real quick. Alright, cut crease is done. I'm going to now go in with the purple again. And I'm going to pack that onto my outer like third of my eye maybe. You can already see how much more pigmented this color is now when I put it on top of a sticky base. And I am getting quite a bit of fallout with this, but I mean, it is a loose pigment, so that's kind of to be expected, and I definitely should have powdered before I went in with this, but oh well. Too late now. Man, my makeup skills are very subpar today. I think it's because I'm sick and I don't know how to do makeup anymore, so I don't know, I'm just gonna keep going. So I'm next going to go in with the red pigment, I think. There's a red and there's an orange, so I'm gonna first start up with the red. And I'm just going to put that down next to the purple. So you can't deny that these have a lot of pigment to them, but they are not good layered, like at all. Like I don't know if I'll be able to get a good blend between the purple and the orange here, because once you put down one color, you can't really go back and like change anything. Like if you're seeing me try to build up this purple now, it just kind of fluffs away. And you can see a very harsh line under because that's where the concealer was wet. And as soon as I put that down, I'm like not able to blend anything on top of that now, so it's looking really, really bad. So I think I'm going to take this all off again because this is just not really working for me, and I'm gonna try something different. Okay, we're gonna try this again. This time I'm going to take my orange pigment and I'm going to use a packing brush, and I'm going to pack this all over my lid. I feel like these colors are just like not meant to be blended on top of each other and more to be used as like an all over shade, or maybe like an accent in your inner corner or your lower lash line. I don't think these are really meant to be blended together. But I am going to go in with like a regular eyeshadow and see if maybe I can deepen it up with that instead of using the pigments on top of each other. Maybe that will work. Because like you can see when I put down just one color, like how absolutely beautiful this is. And I feel like these would be cool to be used as like a transition color before going in with like regular pressed shadows. So you can see now just how nice it looks when I just pack it on and use only one color. So I'm going to dip into my Anastasia Beverly Sunset palette, and I'm going to dip into this red shade and just kind of try to deepen up the outer corners a bit. And this also doesn't really seem to be sticking on top of the pigment. So I feel like it doesn't really matter like what you put on top. It's going to be very hard to properly blend it out. I don't know if it's because of the texture of the shadows. I've never worked with neons before, so maybe this is just like a neon thing. Let me know if you guys have any experience working with neon shadows. I do seem to be able to build it up somewhat if I just keep going. So it is possible to build on top of it, but it takes a long time and it's looking a little bit patchy. So I'm not sure if I would really recommend doing that. I'm gonna go in with a bit of a darker brown shade to see if I can fix some patchiness here. And I'm having a lot of fallout doing this because the shadows just won't seem to stick on my lid. Yeah, I don't like how this is blending. Yeah, guys, I can't seem to get these to work. I'm going to remove this again, I think, because it's just not looking great. I don't know what I can really do to make these work. Yeah, I'm gonna take this off again. I'll be right back. Alright, if my eye area is looking a little rough, then I'm sure you know why. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use this the way that I'm probably going to use it when I use it. So I'm going to take my yellow and I'm going to dip my brush into this and then put this into my inner corner before I do anything else. And like, these really are stunning pigments. It's just such a shame that they won't really blend in with other shadows because it makes them so much less versatile, but I mean, they are, just look at that, they are stunning. And if you're not careful, you're going to get pigment all over your face all the time because I am not very good at this. And I probably should have done my eyes last today. Well, what can you do? So I feel like I might regret this, but I'm gonna go into the blue pigment and just put that all over my lid. And if this doesn't work, I give up. Ah, just look how pretty they are though. Man. I'm gonna start just tapping over the edges here, and I feel like the blue is going to blend into the yellow a lot better than the other colors that I've tried before, and if this doesn't work, then this is not even really worth trying anymore. And I'm sorry if it's looking a little bit patchy right here, but my eye's watering and somehow I got water on my eyelid, and this is not the shadow's fault at all, so I'm gonna try to fix it as best as I can, but I can't promise anything. Man, the frustration is so real right now because this is just not looking good at all, so I'm trying to think of a way I can fix this somehow. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this blue shade in my Alamar palette and I'm just going to pretty much put that all over my lid. Gonna dip into a little bit more of that yellow pigment. And we're gonna try to just place this here and kind of blend out where I put the blue. And this could definitely be the worst look that I've ever done on my channel because this is just not. Oh god. Seriously, I'm about to give up right now because apparently I don't know how to do makeup anymore. Alright, my makeup is looking absolutely awful right now, and I'm going to give this one last try, and literally all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this orange pigment, I think it's the orange, no, it's the neon red pigment, and I'm going to put that in my inner corner, and that's going to be it because I don't have the patience to do this anymore, and I'm not enjoying working with these pigments, even though they are super pretty, and I really wish that they were easier to work with, but the fact that they're not, I just can't be spending another hour doing this because I've been filming for over an hour now, and I am just sick of it. And I'm just going to set the rest of my base with some new colored eyeshadow. And I'm just going to start by trying to blend out the edges right here. Wow, and that doesn't even blend. Good God. Like, do you guys see this? I don't even know what to do anymore, honestly. Like, this is just... Oh man, I'm glad I'm not going anywhere after this. Going in with just a tiny bit more. I'm going to try to just pat this over. Oh, this is so bad. I don't know what to do. Oh, this is terrible and it's making me so sad. Because I really wanted these to be awesome. Let's just see what happens if I put some of my silver Stila glitter on top, just like in my inner corner here. because at this point, I got nothing to lose at all. Okay, well that looks a little bit better. It still looks kind of crazy, but it's gonna have to do. I'm gonna put on some liner and mascara, and then I'm just gonna call this good because this is just awful. I'm so sorry, but I can't do this anymore. So here's the finished eye look. It's not very exciting. I don't mind how it's looking. It's just not at all what I expected when I started a video with like 7 different pigments, and I had high expectations of having like pigments all over my eyes, but you know what can you do? So I'm gonna try this Be Elegant lipstick right now. This is in the shade Red Wine. It's not my favorite kind of doe foot. It's very like flimsy. I don't know if you can see, but like it bends very easily, so it's hard to kind of have a lot of precision with it. I really love the shade though. It's a very dark, like chocolatey brown shade with a little bit of red in it, and I think it's beautiful. Feels pretty comfortable. I definitely think it's going to dry down matte. I do like the lipstick though, I will say that. So that was my first impression on the Neon Pigment Bundle. You guys probably already know what I'm about to say, but please don't buy these unless, I don't know, for some reason you really want them, but I don't think they're worth the money. I really thought they would be like a fun little novelty item to have and that I would use from time to time, but just like having tried pretty much all the colors and like seeing how they don't blend out, they will not layer. They're extremely hard to work with, like even just putting one color down and then when you go into like blend, it kind of fades away and it gets patchy, and I don't know if you can see this, but it's already like kind of transferred here from up where I put it into my crease, and it's just not looking all that great. So I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if you know of like neon pigments that are really good that I should try out, because these were not it. So that was it for today's video. Thank you for your patience. I've been sitting here for like an hour and a half now, and I am done with this video. So thank you for watching as always. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next one.